Hi, everyone. My name is Paul Long, Gesa Credit Union, and I am joined by,
Seth Rudin from IBA, Senior Business Broker. So glad to be here, Paul.
we love doing these videos because we like sharing our expertise with the business community out there because there's so many people looking to buy businesses and sell businesses that this is information you need to know. And Seth and I are here to be a great resource for you. So, in today's video, we're going to talk about why should a business owner take a salary? Well, on the surface, you're probably thinking, well, duh, I'm not doing this for free, right? But you would be amazed how many business owners are doing it for free. Are you buying a job or are you truly buying an investment? So let's kind of dive into that here, Seth.
Sure. First, IBA, we're a business brokerage in the Pacific Northwest. We're celebrating our 50th anniversary. We focus on every industry and sold over 4,400 companies. So it's important that if you're going to buy a business, that you're able to pay yourself. Otherwise, why wouldn't you just stay working for somebody else and let them take the risk of payroll and meeting your
Absolutely.
mortgage, right?
Yeah.
You got to pay Paul and his bank, right, to make sure you got
I need my
fund your
interest.
acquisition.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So the first thing the owner has to look at when he's looking to buy a business is does the business have enough cash flow to support the operation and grow? And then how much cash flow is available? Yeah, Paul's going to talk about some of the reasons from a tax perspective, but from a business perspective, you got to judge how much you want to make sure it's worthwhile for you to garner and enjoy your job. If you're going to go to the company, you need to enjoy it. I can't sell to you in a year because you got frustrated. It's going to take 5 years to buy a business and then turn around and sell it in general.
That's true.
Obviously, you need to make sure your company is profitable and well positioned in the market and poised, for future growth. So reinvesting your capital. But if you read, I think it's Profit First, or I forget the name of the book. There's a really good book. It talks about paying yourself first and having
Oh,
five
yeah.
different bank
Profit
accounts.
First by Mike Michalowicz.
Yeah. So that's a great book, and I believe in those mantras for small business owners. Paul, I think you were going to touch on some of the more financial tax
Well,
implications.
yeah, again, and guys, I'm not a tax advisor. I'm an SBA lender. But again, there are things that you need to look at, and of course, make sure you get with your CPA or tax advisor on this. But it's really important. You have W-2 as you can pay yourself through the business. You can also have draws, okay? And a lot of business owners find themselves doing kind of a mix of both. That's where I've seen a lot of success. Okay, well, what's really the difference? Well, on the W-2 part, at some point you're going to want to retire. And at some point, you're probably going to want a thing called Social Security if it's still around by then. But if you have the W-2 income, that is where Social Security, because if you're not paying into the Social Security bucket, then you're not going to get any benefit back from it. So that's why it's critical. Don't always do draws because you're going to be missing out on the Social Security piece. But again,
Super
draws
important
do that
point. Super important.
big time, and a lot of business owners forget that, and it's sad. And of course, on draws too, you're going to have taxes that you're going to need to pay, right? So you need to make sure that you're taking out any sort of draws for your taxes, because in a perfect situation, you take yourself a W-2 and you do distributions for taxes. That's how the law is set up on that. But again, a lot of people take out extra money because they want to go invest in a winery somewhere else or some totally different thing. You can absolutely do that. So again, lenders want to make sure that you can afford your personal debt, at least at a 1-to-1, is what we call it. Whatever debts you have going out, when you have enough income to support the debts, the income that's coming in to support that. So again, make sure you get with your tax advisor on this because it can be really complicated. But don't forget this important step, and that is paying you because you're buying a business and you need to be paid for your hard work. That's a big deal. So, any final comments on that, Seth?
I think we did a great job summarizing it. I think number one, buy a company that you love and you're passionate about. Pay yourself first so that you're always ahead of the game
Yeah.
and continue to be a great entrepreneur and help others. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely, agreed. And make sure you take a good mix between draws and W-2 salary. Very important. So hopefully you guys got some good information from this. And of course, Seth and I are here as great resources. If you need to sell your business, Seth is your guy. And if you need lending to buy a business, I'm your guy, Paul Long, SBA here at Gesa Credit Union. Thanks so much, and we'll see you on the next video.
Thank you.